In this lecture, we're going to show how to create configurations. So for example, we have this solid feature, and now we have to change some dimensions, or maybe we want to add some features, or maybe we want to remove some features. So with configurations, we can have different types of the same solid feature in the same SOLIDWORKS file. So we don't have to create another SOLIDWORKS file. So let's show how to make them. So let's go here to the configuration manager, and here we have configurations. Now we have one configuration, and that is default configuration, this one. To add a new configuration, we can right click here, and here we have an option add configuration. So let's click here. Now here we can add a name. Let's call this A. Here we can also add a description if we want, but we're gonna leave that empty, and we can add a comment. But now let's click OK. And now here we have a configuration A, which is active. Here we can see the green check mark. If we want to active default one, we can just double click on the default one. But for now, default one and the A configuration are absolutely the same. So let's double click here on the A configuration. Now let's go here to the feature manager design tree. And now for example, in the configuration A, we want to remove those ribs. So let's go here to the rib. We can right click and we can go with suppress. And now here in configuration A, we don't have a ribs. Now let's go here to the configuration manager. Now let's active default one. And we can see the default one has ribs. So in the same SOLIDWORKS file, we have two different configurations of the same solid feature. We don't need two SOLIDWORKS files. Now let's go to configuration A. Let's go to the feature manager design tree. Let's go to the front plane. Let's create a sketch on the front plane. Let's go with a circle, like this. Now let's go to features. Let's use Extruded Cut. And let's go through all. Let's go through all both, like this. And let's click OK. And now here, as we can see, we added a new feature, Cut Extrude To. Now let's go to the default configuration. Let's active. And we don't have this hole. But now let's go here. And now we can see that for the configuration default, Cut Extrude To is suppressed. We can right click here and we can unsuppress this. And now here also we have a hole. So you can play here with features. You can suppress and unsuppress different features in different configurations. Now let's go here to the configuration manager, and now let's create derived configuration. So what is derived configuration? Derived configuration is configuration that is derived from a specific configuration. For example, let's go to A configuration, let's right click, let's go with add derived configuration, let's call this A1. Let's click OK. And now if we open this, we can see that A1 configuration is active. Let's go to the feature manager design tree, and now let's go to the cut extrude one, and let's suppress this, like this, and we don't have those holes here. Now let's go to configuration manager. Now we have configuration A, this version, we have A1, this version, and we have default, this version. So we have three different configurations in the same SOLIDWORKS file. As well, if we want to add a material, we can add different materials for all configurations. So let's go here to the feature manager design tree. Let's go here to the material. Instead of added material, we're going to choose configure material here. And here we can see our configurations A, A1, and default. And now for A, we're going to choose, for example, plain carbon steel. For A1, we're going to choose 1060 alloy. And for a default, we're going to choose copper. Now let's click apply, yes, and OK. And now here we have a copper. Now let's go here, let's active A1. Let's see what we got here. Here we have a 1060 alloy. Let's go to A, and here we have plain carbon steel. And this is how you can create and add in different configurations for a solid model.